welcome to this week's video. Today we're going to be talking about open terrariums. The terrarium that you can see on the screen is about 6 years old. And I'm sure we can all agree it's seen better days. I was asked if I could give it a revamp, so let's get started. So the first steps were to empty the terrarium. Some of the plants had been in longer than others and the roots were quite established, so it did make it quite hard to get the plants out. I will pop the name of the plants up on the screen so you can see the plants that was in the terrarium. We have had a little laugh about this. There's nothing actually wrong with the choice of plants, it's just that the poor things, they didn't know whether there was coming or going, from one minute being in a desert to the next swimming in an ocean. Now with a little advice given to the owner of the terrarium, I'm sure it's going to thrive. One of the plants was too far gone, but the other two I've repotted with some fresh soil, some fertiliser, and hopefully with a bit of TLC, they'll come back looking as good as ever. When the terrarium had been watered, it was with tap water, and hopefully by zooming in on the terrarium here you can see the marks that it left. These are minerals often referred to as limescale. It can build up on surfaces over time, leaving behind a chalky film. It did take some time to remove it as it was very stubborn, but I just used limescale remover spray and eventually it did clear. The starting of the terrarium build was delayed slightly by Freya, who wanted to help. Giving her a little stroke maybe wasn't the best idea as we nearly lost the terrarium. So now we're getting started and I'm just adding the false bottom, which is Leca. I'm now adding the terrarium medium mix from Grow Tropicals. I like to add a little bit more towards the back, creating a slope that increases the sense of depth. I then give the soil a light spray. I find this helps when I'll start putting the plants in. Now onto the hardscaping. Have a little play around until you find the position that works for you. Once you're happy with the position, just make sure it's bedded in because you don't want it to be moving. I will now start adding the plants and I'll pop the names up on the screen so you know which ones I'm adding. To increase the sense of depth, put larger plants towards the back. Terrariums rather than open terrariums, but if you do choose to put it in an open terrarium, it's very important that you spray it regularly. now just adding some dragon rock to the front of the terrarium. I did just put a little piece of dragon rock in there, but I did decide later to take it out and replace it with a plant. This is where I took the piece of dragon rock out and replaced it with the plant. I've really enjoyed making this open terrarium despite its challenges. To see the transformation has been lovely. If you've enjoyed it too, if you have, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, then YouTube will let you know when I next upload a video. See you soon!